Hey there, my beautiful people. Now, back on that glute talk. There are many videos out there on how to grow your glutes, what to eat, how to train, and yes, they are all great. You will definitely see results with those. But I want to get in depth a little bit because I feel like nobody really gets in depth with how to actually grow your glutes. And I want to give you some fundamentals. So, we are going to start out with talking about the fundamentals. First off, body types. People never really speak of this when it comes to glutes. They just say, oh, well, you just got to eat X, Y, and Z, and exercise 1 to 3, and you will get glutes. And it's no. There are so much more to it than just talking about what you're eating, your nutrition, and your training. You really need to focus on your body type. Knowing your body type is fundamental in growing your glutes, not your body shape, but your body types. There are 3 types of body types: ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Ectomorph is someone that is naturally petite, very thin, and harder for them to put on weight. Mesomorph is someone that can put on weight easily, but can also drop weight easy and gain muscle, lose muscle. It's kind of balanced. Endomorph is someone that is relatively curvy, naturally, and harder for them to put off weight. So, in order to grow your glutes, you need to be eating enough calories to put on mass. So it's going to be easier for an endomorph to grow their glutes, but also harder for them to achieve that hourglass figure without gaining weight in the upper body, waistline, etc. Endomorph, it's going to be harder for them to have a balanced body where they have a slimmer top than their lower body. Ectomorph, it's going to take a lot more calories and a lot more work in order for you to grow them correctly. That's why body types are so important. You have to be eating for your body type. Your glutes are going to develop accordingly. Now, body shapes. There are many different types of body shapes. So you have things like your hourglass shape, pear shape, apple shape, and so on and so forth. So if you are naturally an hourglass shape and you are trying to get that hourglass look, that's going to be easier for somebody to achieve when they already have the hourglass shape, genetically speaking. But if you do not have an hourglass, do not think that you can't achieve that look. Even if a pear or a square, it's going to be easier to develop your lower portion, so don't lose hope. So let's go on to our next tip: training your overall body. Training your glutes is very important, but also training your other body parts is also very important. Say you have a pear shape. Training your shoulders is going to give you broader shoulders, more narrow waist, and wider hips. It's the illusion we are trying to achieve. If you have a square shape, try to build your shoulders, your lats, build your hips. Now your waist will look smaller naturally. Do not lose hope because you don't have the hourglass body shape, because you can do it. But you can't just train your glutes. You have to train your overall body. So don't just focus on glutes. So many girls are asking me how to grow glutes, and I ask them, what is your training style like? And they'll tell me they do glutes and legs 4 to 5 times a week, and they don't do any upper body sessions. And if it's not a leg day, then it's cardio. What? You're not gonna get the desired body you want if you are looking to get that overall body tone by just doing that, especially your shoulders or your delts or your lats, which is your back. Especially the upper back is crucial. You want the whole posterior chain to look good. Don't just want the butt to look good, but the whole posterior chain from the back to the butt looking good. Okay? Now, let's get to the glutes. We have done body types, body shapes, as well as training your overall body. Now, let's go straight into the glute talk. Have a specific glute day. Have a separate glute day from a leg day. Glutes are large muscle groups. You really want to focus on targeting all 3 muscles in the glutes. So really just take one day dedicated for glutes and get those bad boys pumping. Because trust me when I say the pump is what we want. And when you are training just glutes, you will feel the pump. Glute activation. You are waking up those glutes. You will feel a difference in the way your glutes feel during the workout. Trust me, I used to neglect it because I was quad dominated at one point. So I neglected glutes and my quads used to just take over and I hated it. So do not neglect activation workouts. Hit all three muscles of the glutes. When you are training glutes, always remember that there are three muscles in your glutes. Make sure you are targeting all three muscles, which are the maximus, medius, and minimus. So maximus is the heavier compound movements, such as your hip thrust, deadlift, squats, and so on. Medius and minimus are the smaller muscle groups which are well around the hip region. These should not be neglected. Don't think that they are the smaller ones so they could be neglected. Targeting all three muscle groups is really going to give you that butt. So it's going to look nice, round, pitchy, and perfect. So that's what you need to focus on. Focus on targeting all three groups so none is being neglected. Now, compound movements. Guys, stick to your compound movements. Don't go on Instagram and see these girls with those fancy exercises doing some weird stuff in the gym that you don't really see often at the gym. So stick to your compound movements such as hip thrust, deadlift, squats. Those are going to be targeting multiple muscle groups. Now, progressive overload, meaning when you go to the gym each week, you need to up that weight you're progressing there. And upping weight, you're overloading. So every time you go to the gym, write it down on a paper to remember that number so the next time you're upping that weight. Mind to muscle. When you go to the gym, throw on those headphones, sis, and zone out. Get into your zone and focus on that workout. When you have your mind to muscle and you're squatting, you'll be able to feel your glutes and engage your glutes a lot more, and you're going to feel a huge difference in the way you train. You're also going to see the difference over time. So remember, mind to muscle. I mean, you can't grow physically if you don't grow mentally. And I'll end on this note. It's enough. I hate when I see girls going to fitness and undernourishing their bodies and eating stuff that's not even attainable for a child. Remember, to grow your glutes, you have to be eating in a surplus. So don't undereat and don't overeat. Learn what you need to eat in order to maintain or grow. So even if you can't go to the gym, you can still achieve a nice pair of glutes at home. Focus more on higher reps and, like I said, glute activation, getting that pump in. So don't overlook at home workouts. You can still grow that sexy booty at home. So love you guys and see you in the next video. Peace.